questions with the.
Yeah, I would like to know what's the source of your translation and why it would be more credible than mine.
Yeah. Okay. I already gave a source, Punk Records, and I said it'd be
Yeah,
more
okay.
credible because they know Japanese.
Okay, what's the proof that they know Japanese?
All right. I'll get that.
Okay, so
Okay, so basically, like I was DMing one of the translators, and like they were able to just like type out the translation, like which that means that they didn't just copy paste it from a different translator, like some translating website or whatever. That means that they were actually like just reading it and typing it out. And they were able to like explain like the phrases too. But I can show you the DM if you want.
okay, I
Okay.
get what you're saying. Hold up, and I will just also translate myself by using GSO, so I make sure it's true.
Okay. So to be honest, I don't even know how to translate with G-Show, but
I mean, are you fine with GSO being a reliable translator for Japanese?
I mean, it like directly like translates it, right? Like the best one,
No.
or no?
What?
Wait, like it analyzes the kanji or something, right?
Yeah, to analyze what a single word means.
Wait, how do you even use it though? Like, I can check it right now.
Like I just type on Google G Show and I go to the site. Like,
Okay.
well,
I'll check it
because
too.
G Show there is no app for G Show and it's just a website. So I just go there and I copy a word that I must know what the precise meaning is, and then I just translate it.
Okay, so which word is it though?
Yeah, I'm gonna analyze if it says admiral level
Yeah,
fighters
I'm
or
saying,
just navy admirals.
hey, what
I'm
kanji
just
do you
gonna
put in there?
yeah. Hold up, I'm gonna do it right
Okay. Like, do you know the kanji though, just so I can check?
now. Okay. Yeah. Can you send me precisely the kanji that says he can fight on par with?
I don't know the
Yeah.
kanji. That's the thing.
Okay. Hold up. I'll do it myself.
Okay. How will you know the kanji though?
I will extract it and
All
translate
right.
every piece in order to understand it.
All right, bro.
No. Okay. So the kanji should this one. Mm.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I'm looking for the precise kanji that says.
Okay. Yo, bro, I can't believe we're on translations. Like, that's just. Uh,
Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay. This
all
is
right.
this means okay. No, hold up. Okay,
So
so
what's the
this means
translation?
navy admirals. This means
You said it
okay.
means Navy admirals. So my translation's
Okay.
good.
No, hold up. Translating piece by piece.
Okay. You said Navy admirals plural, so that should help me, right?
Yeah, I'm looking if it refers to one admiral or two Navy admirals.
Either way, I think that it's pretty consistent for my translation to be better, just because
So
the admiral is
basically,
similar performance behavior anyway. So
yeah, okay. So basically, the translations goes by. Okay, I've literally took piece by piece and put it in order, and it says he is capable of fighting with the class of the Navy admirals.
oh yeah. So class would mean like level. So yeah, that would help me.
Okay, the translation might be what you were looking for, but it could just
It could just be what? No, we agreed to appeal to G show as a source. So yeah,
the class can
okay.
be also seen as.
Class can be also seen as what?
Okay, so um, let's see. Let's make an example. Class can be also interpreted as rank. So I can just say the class or the rank of the police or the lieutenants. It's a rank. It's a class. So it can be just interpreted that they possess the same role.
Yeah, all right.
With the adversaries who possess the role of the
No. Here's why that's stupid. Because linguistically, you wouldn't say that. Oh, well,
no, it wouldn't. No,
dog,
I was
let me
just
finish.
giving
Why
my
are you
refute.
flirting, bro?
I
Okay.
was talking. I was literally refuting. Oh, what the hell?
Bro, you stop talking. Like
No,
you stop talking. Not to. Okay. All right, finish then. If you think that I was spurting over you, what? So what was your last part, man?
Good. Okay, so like I said, class and rank can be considered synonymous, and it could just says that he can contend with adversaries that are in the class of the Navy admirals. It doesn't forcibly entail that every Navy admiral has possessed similar strength, but it's just entailing that he can fight with the highest class of the Navy, which is the Navy admirals. We know that they are the strongest fighters in the Navy, but they don't forcibly have to be a relative power, but they're being in the same class for being more powerful than any other officer. So I can still give an equal interpretation to yours by saying that he's just referring to the rank
All
of
right,
the Navy
look.
admiral.
Let me just ask you one thing. Do you agree that this scan is referring to multiple admirals then? Because if it wasn't, like, it'd be weird to like mention the class of admiral rather than a specific admiral. Which is like that's what you're arguing. It's one
That he
specific
can
admiral.
go on.
Yeah, that
Okay,
would be
so basically,
that would be a
yeah,
weird.
Go on.
So that just makes my interpretation more likely because yours leads to confusion. And we know that Oda's not trying to like make data book statements vague. We know this since like they're meant to be informative to
Yeah,
big
I don't
fans.
think. I don't think there is a contradiction because.
Okay.
No, I don't think there is a contradiction because for how I translated it, literally it means that he can fight on, he can fight on par with the warrior that is a Navy admiral, on the class of the Navy admiral. So it could be. So I think it's too vague to understand that it's one or multiple because we know that the only notable encounter that Shanks had with an admiral was against Akainu, and we know that there weren't like any other significant clash between him and any other admiral. And since it can be interpreted as a singular, I think it's more likely that he's referring to the single case when he was capable of stopping Akainu, because he's referring that he's capable of contending with a warrior in the class of the admiral, so it can be singular.
All right, so you completely ignored my linguistic argument, and now you're just trying to like give a different
one. I didn't.
Fine,
I gave an equal interpretation.
Yeah, all right. I explained why it's not equal linguistically. Like, let's give an example. If you're saying that you're on par with the police officer, right? You would say a police officer rather than the force of a police. Like that would just be like weird in the English language.
Yeah, it's not what I said. You're attacking something I'm not supporting. I said that my translation says that he's capable of fighting with a warrior in the class of the Navy admirals. He's referring to one individual.
All right, send the translation then.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure before you just said class of the Navy admirals. Anyway.
A warrior in the class of the Navy admiral. So he's referring that he can fight with a fighter who is admiral who is
All right,
in the class of the
Pluto.
admirals.
I don't know why you keep bringing up the Kainu thing because I already debunked it. Like,
No, you didn't.
watching this.
I literally gave an interpretation to the ranking. It can be just
All right,
referring that he's capable of contending of those who have the title of admiral, which is significant.
all right, yeah. Blocking wouldn't be like evenly contending because that's more to do with technique and not power. And also, like, you don't need to have relative speed to be able to do this because you don't have. Shanks didn't have to move his blade as much of a distance, and Akainu had to move his magma fist. So yeah, in
Well,
speed and power, it's not an even exchange. So therefore, this scan cannot be referring to that. I've mentioned this earlier.
why not?
Okay, so
I
where's
think he's not. There
you
is
mean
a
yes?
literally a
That
statement.
okay, so did you send your translation or not, bro? What?
Yeah, okay. So then, if you want me to send your translation and then just talking about another point, you're basically going to fail that. So hold your horses and hold down. Okay, so
Hey, you're the one who brought it up. I'm just refuting your argument. How am I shotgunning? What? Kind of slow, bro. Like I'm
okay, so
shotgunning the two arguments that you presented. That
yeah, but I was attacking the first one, and we were leaving the second one for later, and then you cited the
okay. Wait,
second
wait.
one again.
So if you're not shotgunning, then I'm not either because you started it. So like, just use your
Okay,
brain, bro. But
start shotgunning. Let's avoid to do that. I never said you
so
were
how am I
shotgunning. I said let's
shotgunning
avoid it.
your argument that isn't a shotgun? What? Unless you're claiming that my argument's irrelevant to yours, which it's not because it's attacking your argument. So
No, no. Yeah, sure, I know. Okay, so I'm giving the translation now because I'm giving piece by piece. So hold up. Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. You at first you said it said class of the admirals, and not, and then now you're saying that it just refers to a class of the admirals, which is just weird. Like you would never say
No,
that
I
in.
never said I never said a class of the admirals. I said a warrior in the class of the admirals.
All right, same thing, man. Huh? Well, let me
No,
just.
it doesn't. No, it means that he is capable of fighting with someone who possesses the rank of the admiral. What's wrong with that?
All right, like, are you fine with appealing to ChatGPT for linguistic stuff because it would support my argument of like my argument just being linguistically more likely? Like,
I'm not using ChatGPT. In fact, I'm literally
oh yeah,
just.
I'm just saying that like based on the wording, my argument's linguistically more likely.
Why would that be? Like I said, I gave my interpretation to the class
I
thing.
already explained it, and you're ignoring it. Like I can just like give evidence to support it now. If you don't, that's why I'm asking. Like, are you fine with me appeal? Are you fine with appealing to this as a source?
Which source?
ChatGPT, like a source for like stuff in English, which you should because ChatGPT's made like its base language is English. So like, why wouldn't we appeal to it for stuff for English? And if we do, it would support like my argument being more likely linguistically.
Okay. I'm not. I'm sorry. Probably I'm not tracking. What are you talking about now? Because I was just giving the translation, so I wasn't probably listening. Can you repeat that?
I'm saying that basically my argument is more my interpretation of that scan is more likely linguistically, like just based on the English language. And I'm trying to like say, are you fine with appealing to ChatGPT as a source? Because if it did, it would support my argument.
Yeah, but what's the subject of? What's the subject to be analyzed?
Whether the wording admirals refers to a single one or admirals in general.
Mm, why would they be relevant by any meaning?
Because if my interpretation is linguistically more likely, it's not an equal interpretation, which that would just like favor me.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but again, why are you talking about ChatGPT when you literally said that ChatGPT is not a reliable source? I'm
Well,
not
I think
following
that
you.
it's not reliable for translating other languages, but I think that it's reliable for English since English is its base language. Like, I already explained this, dude. What? Okay, yeah. So ChatGPT supports my interpretation, and it's like,
Why?
okay. Do you want me to read it out? So the phrase "class of the admirals" is more likely referring to the admirals in general, rather than any specific admiral. It suggests a group or category of people who hold the rank of admiral. Yes, this is the same shit that I was saying, basically, and you weren't tracking. Rather than
Yeah,
point.
okay. No, I wasn't tracking. I'm just giving the translation that I'm doing with Gisro,
Okay.
and then we will see.
All right. I thought you already. So. Yeah,
Hold up. Okay.
man. I mean, this might just be ignorance since like English isn't your first language, but whatever. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not just like being dishonest here.
No, I'm seriously not. I'm just really confused.
All right.
Okay, so literally the translation I got is this.
Are you gonna send it? Because you said you would.
Yeah,
You already.
I sent it. I sent it in
Okay.
Busy
Where's?
Chat.
All right. Let me check it. Yo, bro. What the fuck? Oh no. Never mind.
What? Did I send something wrong? I just literally used Jizo and analyzed how the composition of.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got it. To compete with general admiral class. Okay. Yeah. That's all. All that supports my interpretation. I already explained why. So, I mean, So do you want to
Okay,
like
so you were basically trying to argue that all admirals are relative, right?
Yeah, and I prove that because the scan is more likely referring to admirals in general, which I've already like proven why that interpret.
Yeah, but I still gave the interpretation of being the class, so because
Okay,
class equal to rank, so I just explained why it could be just referred that is capable of contending with fighters in the class of the Navy admirals, which is not a contradiction to what you said.
I
I'm
contextualize
just
what that would mean though. Basically, I can contextualize class like admirals in general.
class can be synonymous of rank.
All right,
A
whatever.
class can be synonymous. What?
You want to just conclude because
You asked me if I want judgment.
yeah, let's just get judgment on this point. All right.
Mhm.
So the next part of my scale would be basically
Yeah. Okay.
all right. So hypothetically, if I win this point, Fuji relative to Kizaru is established. So then basically Kizaru is able to like blitz Marineford Whitebeard, and Marineford Whitebeard stated to be over any pirate, and Mihawk's a pirate. So
Uh, right. I have a few contention with this.
okay, what is it?
Okay, so okay, I will tell them, but we can go point by point. All right.
Okay. So which point do you want to do first?
Okay, so my contentions are most likely three.
Okay,
So
which are
one, uh, why did Kizaru Spirit Blades Marineford Whitebeard? Two, can you actually prove that Marineford Whitebeard is still capable of being considered the world's strongest pirate or world's strongest man?
yeah.
And that is fine. So there is no like nerf that put him in a condition of not being the strongest. And
Wait,
three, as hold up,
can we
and
postpone? Leave?
you have to eat.
Yeah, I have to
Okay,
leave.
so send me the rec, and I will keep like gyro.
I guess you can
Right.
stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Never mind. I can stay. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. Okay, so basically my contentions are: can you prove Kizaru Speed Blitz Marineford Whitebeard? Can you prove Marineford Whitebeard was And
Like prove Marineford. But
Marineford Whitebeard was fine.
okay. Like he wasn't
And
injured.
hold up. Yeah, he wasn't injured or by any means nerfed. And treated Whitebeard is still the world's strongest pirate at that point.
Yeah. So which point do you want to get into first?
We can go by Whitebeard being fine at Marineford.
Okay. So basically, well, like, are you aware like of Whitebeard having higher blood volume than a normal person? Just because, for one thing, athletes have higher blood volume, and he's a superhuman. He also has better endurance, so the only injury he sustained is just like one stab, which didn't even make him flinch. And like we know that he has, yeah. So like since he's injured, it's just more likely that he's not weakened at all, because like in real life and in fiction, like there needs to be a severity of the injury for it to actually weaken you. And since there's like a very low severity, it's just unlikely that Whitebeard actually got weakened from this.
Okay. Do you agree that Whitebeard was sick during Marineford?
Yeah, but I'm scaling this sick version of Whitebeard over any pirate. So that's doesn't matter.
Okay. This is basically by Whitebeard himself admitting that his condition can put him at the strongest level forever.
Okay, yeah, the strongest level can like refer to the admiral, so he can just be saying.
It's not. My bad. It doesn't say. This is the scan. I probably just misinterpreted. He basically says this. It says, basically, he says to Crocodile, but you expect too much from me, Crocodile. I'm just one man with one art. They call me a monster, a demon, but I can't remain the strongest forever.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying that the people that are weaker than him are just the people that he's weaker than are the admiral, so this just isn't a contradiction.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty sure that he's not referring to the admirals because he never acknowledges the admirals the strongest, and at this point, he simply had an earth attack, and that's because he's talking about Crocodile because he got stabbed because his physical condition got worse, and now I will explain. Hold up, I'll get my scans. So
why is this contextualized? Wait. So
yeah,
why
go on.
Like is contextualized as combat prowess rather than just his durability?
I will explain it. Hold up.
Just like give my argument though, I think it's more likely to be durability.
No, hold up. No, well, hold up. You didn't even listen that I'm gonna argue even better now. So yeah.
All right, I'll let you give your argument first, and whatever. So what is it?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting a scan that will help me explaining what I mean. Okay, should be this one.
Because I think
I'm
that
about to send it. Okay, so it should be this one. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, so basically, I contextualize this from what Crocodile said to him and what Marco is arguing, because basically there is a Crocodile that says that he didn't expect Whitebeard to get so much weaker to the point of not being capable of dodging such a weak attack, and then there is Marco explaining this. So basically, Marco starts to say that, yeah, Pops could have dodged that easily, even if it was caught off guard. Not even somebody you trusted could get you like this, and he's not dead. So we see Whitebeard removing his medicines, and there is Marco who comments, who is the doctor of his crew, so he must know what condition Whitebeard has, and he says his health continues to deteriorate. So either Marco is saying that his physical speed, his physical capability is getting lower, which would significant as a nerf in terms of speed and reaction, or either his Aki, which is displaced to be enough weaker during Marineford, would be lower. Then we know that Aki is correlated to spiritual power. Therefore, if your Aki is weakened because of your overall medical condition, it means that you're not at your best. So Marco is either saying that Whitebeard speed and physical stats are lowered, or Isaki is lower, but both
All
will
right.
give like an interpretation to me more likely because Whitebeard is in a nerfed condition during Olmarinfer because he took off his medicine, which are stated to keep his condition stabilized. So his condition is unstable.
Respond or not? It seems like you're just rambling. All right, so yeah, I'm scaling Whitebeard without his meds over any pirate, and we aren't on that point yet, so that's irrelevant. That's not attacking this point.
No, it's relevant. It's relevant because it correlates to the first scan I sent. Then when there is Whitebeard literally commenting on what, basically,
Bro, let me finish. Like, let me respond.
yeah,
Because
I was explaining why my point correlates to each other. So I was just explaining why it's all correlated. I literally explained why it's correlated. Probably you were tracking. I literally said that it correlates to crocodile speech.
like you agreed that it can just be referring to reflexes, right? And him having weaker reflexes really matter.
Okay.
So you would have to actually prove that the contextualization is like hockey instead of like reflexes or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Do you agree that if Whitebeard condition
No,
put
no, no.
in a
Wait, let me finish my one thing. Like you agreed that he was
Yeah.
off guard, right? So that would support my interpretation of reflexes too. So anything you say further just contradicts your own argument.
Do you agree that observation hockey is used to prevent off guard attacks, right?
Oh yeah,
It's literally what observation hockey is made for. Sensing other people's presence when you can see them.
All right, so explain why Whitebeard would be using this on his ally. On your allies, you don't expect them to attack you, right? So
Yeah, it's even more likely because you have to be calm by using observation hockey. So observation hockey would just ring a bell when an attack coming from an off guard place. It would, land somehow.
So you use that on your enemies, not your allies, and this is
And by the way,
unlikely.
all I'm trying to argue with this can is that by some degree, Whitebeard was nerfed during Marineford. So I just said that it could be hockey, that it could be physical. It doesn't matter because it still means that he's nerfed. And then I will correlate to what Whitebeard says in his mind if you let me finish.
Yo, bro. So him being weaker in one stat wouldn't mean that he can't still be.
No, it's not one just stats.
Like that's not a
It's not
contradiction.
just one. No.
Argument if it actually is substance. Just
Yeah. Okay. So, do you agree that if my health keeps deteriorating, it's not just one stats that is going to get lower? I mean, he probably has some cardial, diseases because we know that he feels heart pain. And it would be dumb to say that just his speed is getting nerfed. But then we know when a disease getting stronger, all of your stats and your medical condition start to get worse. I mean, even Marco comments that his overall medical condition is getting worse because it's literally stated that without his medicine, he would be totally unstable. And therefore, it would be like completely out of the word saying that it's just one aspect of his physicality, which is completely wrong because your body gets weaker, your strength gets lowered because you get weak from the absence of your medicines. And of course, your reflexes get lower because your overall health state is getting lower overall at the time. He removed his medicine a day before, so it was a day off without medicine. Therefore, I think it's even more likely that he's referring to overall Whitebeard conditions. I'm fine with maybe not be considered hockey as well, even if we know that hockey is correlated to someone's power. And I think it's more likely that Marco is referring to overall physical condition of Whitebeard, which is more likely and emphasized during all Marineford.
Your reasoning for it being more likely is just because he has a disease. But the thing is, this is an appeal to real life. Like, you're basically assuming that Whitebeard's disease works the same way that real life diseases do. And you can send the Marco scan, too. Which I already explained, the contextualization of Whitebeard getting weaker was his reflexes. If, like, the author wanted to convey that Whitebeard was getting weaker in everything, like, he would have shown Whitebeard getting weaker in everything. Like, basically, you're arguing that Oda's trying to confuse the readers. That's obviously not true.
No, he's not. He's not. I'm just saying that if Marco comments...
Let me ask you a question. Why would the author convey the story in the way that can lead you to the interpretation that Whitebeard only got weaker in reflexes? Like, if he wanted to make it clear that that's not true, like, why would he convey it in that way? Like that's a possible interpretation.
It's just a.
Just what?
So basically, no, let me answer. So basically, by showing this, the author is explaining that Whitebeard is not as strong as he was before getting sick, and even Crocodile points out that he's getting weaker overall. It doesn't say you're getting slower; it says you're getting weaker. And it's of course less likely that it's just referring to his reflexes, because he refers to him when he fought with Crocodile. He says, "You were way more stronger when you fought with me." So he's implying that overall Whitebeard is getting plenty weaker in context of when he fought with Crocodile, which was before his sickness, probably, or the sickness wasn't. And then there is Marco, who directly correlates to what Crocodile is saying and says, "Yeah, he's right. He should have dodged that pretty easily, even if it was off guard. And his overall health condition is keep deteriorating." And even Whitebeard itself says that he can't be the strongest forever because he only was one art and he's still a man. So he's confirming that he's getting weaker and then he can't keep being the strongest because he's getting overall weaker and deteriorating. So I don't think that Oda is trying to imply that he only got slower. It's more likely that he is referring to the fact that Whitebeard was way more stronger before than now. And saying this would cut who is actually saying that Whitebeard was stronger during their fight, which would refer to every stat. You want me to send that scan?
Okay, yeah. So basically, like, weaker doesn't need to refer to overall stats. You yourself agreed that weaker can refer to reflexes, so I don't know why you're using this as some type of likelihood increaser. It doesn't do shit for you.
Yeah, no, it does, because I refer to when he fought with Crocodile.
Bro, you keep spurting over me. It's not even like... Alright, so... Yeah, not only that, basically, you didn't give a single basis for Whitebeard's disease functioning like other diseases, so I don't know why. Like, you're bringing that up.
I don't think I have to.
Yeah, and Whitebeard getting weaker can just refer to the context of what he's getting weaker in. That doesn't have to refer to combat prowess. That's what's in fucking question.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and I literally answered.
Just using circular reasoning, so... I mean, we can just...
Again, it's not circular reasoning, because I literally gave the interpretation, because Crocodile refers that when he fought with him, he was way more powerful and wasn't that weak. So if you fight with someone and you think you're getting weaker, it means that overall that version of Whitebeard is a weaker version in overall respect of the one who fought with Crocodile. And there is literally Crocodile saying it.
Yeah, alright, so give context of what Crocodile is talking about.
Yeah. He's referring to when Crocodile tried to take Whitebeard's head and he engaged him in a fight, and Crocodile directly says that he got defeated in a fight. There is literally Crocodile saying, "The man who defeated me could never be the weakling I'm seeing now."
Buddha, show me the exclusion where that's not just referring to reflexes. Like, Crocodile could just be saying, "Oh, well, Whitebeard reacted a lot faster when I fought him," right? So yeah, show the exclusion that makes it where that Crocodile's referring to stats in general rather than just...
Again, it's more likely. By abductive reason, it's more likely.
Yeah, you can say it's more likely. That doesn't mean it is. You're just fucking begging the question. Like, you have to actually...
Yeah, it's abductive reasoning.
What's the reasoning behind it, then? Like, you keep dodging the fucking question. What's the reasoning?
I'm not dodging.
Give an exclusion, bro. Why can't it just be referring to reflexes? You agreed that weaker can be referring to reflexes anyway, so I don't know why you're...
No, I never did. When did I agree with that?
Yo, bro, you can check the recording right now, and even if you didn't, I can just send the...
Okay, so what did I say? Can you repeat what did I say?
Okay, so basically you were talking about it being stated that Whitebeard got weaker or whatever, and you said this can actually be like anything, right? And now you're saying that basically like that. Right?
Yeah, but I'm giving a further interpretation and a likelihood on why it could be more aspect than rather just once, which is dumb. And I think it's more likely that he's overall getting weaker on more aspects. I never said he's getting weaker on only one aspect. I'm saying there are multiple aspects that can be interpreted by what Marco is saying. You're lagging.
If you think that you gave a likelihood, then we can just include.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so basically the next thing that I have to...
Calamity, can you hear me? Wait. Hold up, maybe Calamity can take a look over there. the debate. Calamity, can you hear us? Calamity?
Basically, I have to establish that Whitebeard off his meds is the strongest pirate, right? Okay, so Ace says that he goes to fight the strongest pirate, and that's like in context to him Whitebeard off of his meds. So basically, we
What?
get confirmation that this statement is. Wait. There's
What
a
are you
statement
referring to now?
Yeah, there's the statement in the Ace novel saying that Whitebeard's at the top of the pirate world and that Ace is going to fight him. This is in the context of him fighting Whitebeard off of his meds. So that would mean that Whitebeard off his meds is the strongest pirate still. So,
Okay, this is irrelevant because then we know that during Marineford, Whitebeard was out of his meds for an entire day, and I think it's way more effective than just Whitebeard removing his medicine for a short amount of time. He can probably remove his medicine for a short amount of time. We know that when he sleeps, he doesn't sleep with his medicine, or maybe when he fights, he doesn't fight with his medicine. But I think that maybe just an hour is far less fatiguing than just a complete day. A complete day without medicine is completely different than just a small amount of time.
I'm fine with that. Just the thing that basically, I think my argument.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think my argument before established that Whitebeard getting off his meds most likely only weakens his reflexes, which that wouldn't be relevant.
No, we didn't get judgment on that.
Okay, so well, basically then we don't need to do this point because my last point would prove this if I win it. So yeah, we can just move on to wait. What was your last contention?
Yeah, why it was a blitz.
Okay. So basically, like he stands on Whitebeard's blade, and then he just shoots a laser through him. And I know that Whitebeard might be like hindered in terms of moving his blade, but that wouldn't like affect him from moving his head. And the fact that he doesn't move at all just like proves he couldn't react.
His head, man, he didn't. He shoot him in the chest. He didn't shoot him in the head. What are you talking about? The only time Kizaru attacks Whitebeard is when he attacks him in the chest. He doesn't attack him on the head. What are you talking about?
But here's the thing, though. Like, even if you want to say that particular instance isn't a blitz, there's another instance. Like, basically, Whitebeard tries to hit Kizaru. Kizaru just dodges it and, like, slowly comes at Whitebeard. The entire time that Kizaru is slowly coming at him, Whitebeard just doesn't react. Like, do you want me to show that? So either way.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you know what chapter they fought?
What?
Do you know what chapter they fought?
Should be. Hold up. I should remember it. Hold up. It should be. 500 and. Where is it though? Hold up.
Okay.
Yeah, I should remember it. Hold up. 'If I can't find it, hold up. Okay, so keys are. All
right. Did you get the chapter?
Yeah. Yeah, it's chapter 470.
Okay.
470.
Bro, what do you mean? Chapter 470 is like it's Thriller Bark.
570. 570.
All right, I'm looking for it. Hold up, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So basically, like when Kizaru dodges them, like Kizaru turns into a bunch of laser particles, and like instead of moving out the way, which would be like the logical decision to make, Whitebeard just like stands still, and like he wouldn't stand still for no reason. So that shows that from that distance he probably couldn't react.
Okay, can you send the scan so I can argue for
Yeah,
it? You sent it?
Yep.
Okay, so let me check it.
Yeah, and I know that like he does react to it after, but that's from like a closer distance, which would be easier to do. So that's not a contradiction. Like,
Okay, so I think this would be dumb to say it. It's just that Kizaru was fast enough to react to Whitebird, which is fine. But it's also to be said that Kizaru was charging toward Sengoku in order to stop Luffy, and Whitebird was capable of intercepting him. So
wait.
I think
All right.
that
So when was this and was it from the same distance? If it wasn't from the same distance, it's irrelevant, and you can show that. So you're trying to bring that up as a contradiction. So can you
it
show
was.
it?
I mean, yeah, sure. Hold up.
Okay.
There is literally Kizaru is charging the what?
Was it from the same distance?
Yeah, it's literally the same panel.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
There is literally Kizaru who is saying, "I won't let you go there, Straw Hat." He's literally aiming at, he's literally traveling against Luffy, and there is literally Whitebeard who is capable of intercepting Kizaru before he starts moving. So,
Oh yeah. So basically, I already attacked that beforehand, bro. So basically, that's from. Yeah. So Whitebeard has more time to react because Kizaru is coming at him. So yeah. So since I already attacked this, like you would have to give another argument.
Kizaru is not going after. He's not going after Whitebeard. He's going for Luffy. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, he's going after Luffy, but basically in that time that he's going after, Whitebeard has more time to react, and having more time to react obviously makes it easier to not get blitzed. Like,
and by the way, Whitebeard wasn't focused on Kizaru. As you can see, he was directly looking at Luffy by making sure that he wasn't getting reached from Kizaru, so he wasn't focusing on Kizaru.
Yeah.
He didn't care at all. We can literally see that Whitebeard is aiming his head on the top to see if Luffy is capable of reaching, where Ace is. So he's just making sure that Kizaru is not going there. So just making sure he stopped him,
so you
which
know
he
that
did.
you know Whitebeard can pay attention to both of them because he has observation hockey, right? And if he wasn't paying attention to him, why would he attack him? Like, do you know how stupid that is? Okay, so why would Oh yeah, we already went over that point. So if you're just gonna appeal to old points, we can just conclude because basically that.
Why would I? I'm just saying that he's weakened, so his reflexes and his overall power is lowered. So I don't think it doesn't really matter. Also, he's focused on looking at Luffy. So
it's irrelevant because he's not off. The reflex is just a natural reaction. That doesn't mean that his normal reactions are. And basically, like, yeah. So do you want to just get judgment on this point then, or like just
finish? No, I think we can conclude fully.
Yeah, okay.
We're done.
We'll just give someone the rec, I guess, because I don't feel like saying conclusions or whatever.
Yeah, you can send both Calamity and Gyro because Gyro was following yesterday.
All right, whatever.
Yo, Calamity, are you fine with listening to some recording and say one? All right, Calamity said it's okay. Send all the registration within and send also Gyro so he can give his conclusion and his judgment.
Wait, let me go to bot commands. Or he can just like listen to it whenever, I guess.
Yeah, send both so they can both give judgment. I'm fine with both of them judging.
Yeah, okay.